Fire. The gentleman from Virginia, Mr. McGuire, is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you to our witnesses for being here today. To all of our men and women who have served or are serving, your mission is important, and we would not have a country without you. Secretary Hegseth, I last saw you at Memorial Day. We really appreciate your remarks as we honored and remembered our fallen. Secretary Hegseth and General Kane, thank you both for being with us here today. General Kane, I'd like to say congratulations to you on your recent confirmation as Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. President Trump has put his trust and confidence in two great patriots to lead our men and women in uniform. To me, MAGA, Make America Great Again, means America first. And that's America first, or Make America Great Again for all Americans, regardless of race, religion, or creed. And your policies are working, and day by day, week by week, all Americans are safer at home and abroad. So we commend you for your efforts. If you had a basketball team and you hated your team, you probably wouldn't win any games. And so I love the emphasis, all of us love the emphasis on patriotism and love in our country. Secretary Hegseth, I'd like to also thank you for all that you've done to restore the Department of Defense's focus on lethality and the warrior ethos. Facts don't care about your feelings, and our enemies don't care about our social experiments. A quote from the Commandant of the Marine Corps, I hope I don't mess it up, but he said, quote, "Our job is to stick bayonets in the hearts of our enemies." And these social experiments detract from that mission. I get messages from my Navy SEAL brothers and other veterans all the time applauding the work that you're doing. The distractions of the last 4 years of the Biden administration are finally out of the Department of Defense. DEI, which to me is Marxist, and it stands for didn't earn it, or no longer takes precedence in our military. Merit is once again valued. We're no longer worrying about the gender dysphoria or woke books in our DoD schools and those policies that have been erasing women. Climate change is no longer the concern of the warfighter. And by the way, I'm looking forward to celebrating with you guys on Saturday, 250 years of a story that must be told of the U.S. Army. I want to thank President Trump for restoring American history. I know you had to jump through some gymnastics to do it. By returning the names of our bases to many of us called home during our time in service. And thank you and President Trump for showing the United States and the world that we are a nation built on law and order by the department's response in Los Angeles riots. Through your leadership and help of this committee, we will realize peace through strength and our warrior ethos. So Secretary Hegseth, Section 866 of the fiscal year 2025 National Defense Authorization Act directs the Department to submit a strategy to ensure that solid rocket motor programs of record are adequately supported by the domestic industrial base. Yet solid rocket motor production is critical to a variety of systems, like President Trump's Golden Dome we have been lacking. I would say, Mr. Secretary, what progress has the Department made in developing a solid rocket motor industrial base strategy?
Well, I would say in particular, in general, the defense industrial base is a focus of ours. The projectiles and other capabilities being a huge part of that, munitions, but particularly on solid rocket motor projection, I'd have to hand it to my colleague, Bryn, if she has it on that line item. But if it was a priority that this committee identified and that we identified, then you can count on with a 13% increase in this budget, it has been plus.
Well, we really appreciate that. By the way, in my district, Virginia's 5th congressional district, we applaud what you guys are doing to protect our country. We have a place called ATDM, Accelerated Training and Defense Manufacturing. As I toured the new Columbia submarine and the new Enterprise aircraft carrier, the Secretary of the Navy said the welders have the same level of training as a neurosurgeon. And we don't have enough of those guys, but they're doing that right there in my district. And if your schedule ever permit it to come visit, I'd love to tour that with you folks. And we appreciate all you're doing. So under President Trump's leadership, you said that recruitment is up in the Army, and I think you said all services up. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. I appreciate that. And maybe getting rid of these divisive ideologies and focus on more what unites us has something to do with that. Would you agree with that?
Very much so. It's the leadership from President Trump and the environment they're entering into, which is back to basics.
By the grace of God. And I would say morale amongst our enlisted service members and across our military is up. Would you guys agree with that?
I've seen that.
Yes, sir. The force is united against the problems that we have out there.
Well, we're lucky to have you. Thanks for all you're doing. If we could be of help, reach out anytime. God bless you. I yield back.
Gentleman's time's expired. Chair,